computer. Okay. And oh, lots of people have quit. Okay. Okay, so what this line of code does is to let's start from the beginning. So
Boyan, I'm sorry, you're not sharing the screen.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it examines the first element of the Zn column, which is 18, and to see whether this 18 is less than 50, right? So in this case, it's less than 50. So it returns a value of true. Then assign this value of true to the first element of this newly created column, which is Cn less than 50. Okay, then it goes into second loop. In this case, the item becomes 60, right? And 60 is larger than 50, so it gives us a false value and store the false value into the newly created, the second spot in the newly created column, and it loops over every rows of the data frame. And in this way, we have a complete column here. So let's see it. Let's try it. Okay. Now, by calling the value counts of this newly created column, we can see there are 12 true values and 8 false values. And now let's examine the data frame. Right? There is a column here, and the value is in here. So in this way, we have a I would say comprehensive way to examine whether each element of one column meets a certain criteria, right? And so what about we want to combine the each element from the Zn column and each element from the INDUS column. INDUS column. We want to combine these two columns for each item inside it and put the output into a new column. See if people have joined back. No, it doesn't matter. We're going to do it by doing this. So let's name the newly created column as Zn plus INDUS. Okay, this is the name of newly created column. And note that here we only use the name of DL and dot apply, right? In the previous case, we say temp.zn.apply. That's because we want to apply this calculation process to Zn column. But here we cannot say we only calculate based on one single column because we have two related columns. We want to combine the two columns. So we want to apply this calculation process into this data frame. Okay, data frame that apply and lambda row. So you can just name it as any name you want, but I prefer to name it row because it reminds us we are iterating over the rows. So that's a major difference from this case, because in this case we iterate each item inside the column row by row, but in this case we iterate the rows because we didn't assign any item, right? So it's like we iterate the rows and the rows and the rows without assigning a specific column. So we got the row, right? So let's say row.zn. What does row.zn means? It gives us the value of the Zn column in that row and plus row.indus. Don't forget to say x is equal to 1, because if you don't say x is equal to 1, it's gonna, by default, it's gonna iterate over the columns, like column, 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 iterate to the right-hand side. But if I put x is equal to 1, it's gonna iterate like row by row by row by row, iterate towards the end of the bottom of the data frame. So in this way, we have it, right? We have this column named zn plus indus, and the value is the result of by combining the zn and the indus. Okay, that's the end of this session. Okay. Let's quickly go over the content of the second session. Okay, so in the second session, we're gonna build a simple scraper to scrape a static website, which is a, I'm not familiar with the website, but I believe it's a newspaper website written in Spanish. No, it's not written in Spanish. It's a Spanish website, but the word is English. Yeah. In this session, we're gonna scrape all of the files, practically practically all of the files from one website. And you can see this is what we got after scraping. We have the title, the link, the author, the place where it gets published, and date time when it gets published, and description. Description is like a short text of what's this article look like. And each element, it stands for one article. Oh, I believe we have the connection. Yep, that's how I do it. And all of the articles is in our data frame. Okay, guys, I'm truly sorry that I was late today because I have a very urgent bug to fix in my company. And how about I make it up to you in the next session by starting earlier, say 9 o'clock.
Sounds good to me, Boyan.
That works.
Great. Okay. All right. So I guess other people just lost it. Never mind.
No, they will have to agree.
Cool. Okay. So let's call it a day, and I will upload this course, the recording, onto YouTube, and hope I can see you guys in the next session. Thank you so much. If you have any question, I know this is a lot to you because you know, this is actually an intermediate Python course. I just went over the basics of the Python very quickly in the first session and this session. So if you guys have any questions, please email me and I'll answer to you as soon as I can. And you will know very, very interesting methods, like methods in the production scenario in the next few courses. And in the 5th session, you're gonna learn how to build an unattended web crawler, which means web crawler is like a collection of the scrapers to scrape multiple websites, and put this crawler onto AWS, which is a web service. And you can just leave it alone. You can just do you can just close your computer and have fun. And after a month, when you open your program, you're gonna see tons of data out there because the crawler just keep crawling the data by itself 24 hours a day. That's very, very exciting. Okay, so let's call it a day. Thanks for coming. We're gonna see you next session. Bye-bye.